Hey everybody, it's Regan Sample, Realtor with St. Vrain Realty here in Longmont, and today I'm at Twin Peaks Charter Academy with the director, Joe Messler.
Hi everybody, how are you doing today?
So thanks for taking time to talk with us. So one thing I wanted to do is, people are moving to Longmont, they want to know what's going on. One of the great things in Longmont is we have a school of choice. And one of the great things, if you're even already in Longmont, is the variety we have and what makes this school super unique. I just want to ask Joe, just tell us some of the things that you feel really set Twin Peaks out that's different than other schools.
Yeah, that's a great question. And that is what's great about Colorado School Choice State. Charter schools have actually been around for about 20 years. We're public schools, but formed by a set of parents to provide a unique niche in the community. Our unique niche is we are the only classical school in the region and the only K-12 school in the region. And the short version, what's a classical school? And you can go on our website and see some really long versions, and people are still philosophizing over this, so I don't even know if there's a long acceptable answer. A classical school is what's worked for a couple thousand years. At the elementary, the grammar phase, we really focus on literacy and numeracy. If you teach kids how to read, write, and do math very well, then the world is their oyster as they move forward through middle and high school, the logic and the rhetoric phase. But we really believe fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals. Phonic-based reading, algorithm math. What's worked for hundreds and thousands of years, and that's what we do today in the 21st century.
There you go, that's the foundation that you build on, and then everything else, right? It's kind of like if you're building a house, if you don't have that good foundation, it doesn't matter what your walls or your roof are doing for you, because you're kind of limited there. So it's a good point that you bring up, that what that classical is, because I'm sure people would see that on a website and they're not sure. One thing I was noticing, and people looking at the website, they're going to also probably see that it's K-12, and they're going to see that that's a little bit different, and they're also going to see something, the pillars of character, which you don't really see at other schools' websites. Can you mention that?
Yeah, you bet. We believe in character education, and I know that's kind of a fad. The opposite is a fad, like valueless education. No, we really believe. Our vision for every graduating senior is we want good, caring, productive citizens enrolled into a four-year university. But again, classical education seeks out truth and beauty in our character working, that all the stuff we do around character education builds into that.
See, that makes a whole lot of sense, because the more you work on that, that also comes in and builds in those foundational blocks, and with everything going on, you get a well-rounded, the goal is you have well-rounded students that grow up to be well-rounded adults and contributors to society in a positive way. So
that's what we hope for all of our seniors. That's what we really hope for. And especially being a K-12 school, it's a really unique community-based environment. Big kids being student aides with the middle school kids and even the elementary kids. In a normal year, when it's recess out here, we actually have seniors and juniors, our high school student aides, or help us with recess monitors. The big kids love working with the little kids, but the little kids love seeing the big kids. It's probably more exciting for them than the other way around, but it's a sense of community. Generation, families with kids in elementary, kids in middle, kids in high, same schedule, same calendar. It works out great for that. It's not only logistically makes sense for families, but it does build a greater sense of community.
See, and that makes sense for families that have kids across different spectrums of where do you drop them off, how do you get them there. And I remember when I was a little kid, you can see all these kids back here playing. I remember when the big kids would come around and they would help you and they were nice to you. It meant so much, and I think that obviously adds a lot of value and impact. When then the bigger kids too, they get to see kind of what it's like being a mentor, sort of, and have that responsibility. Can you tell us a little bit about the protocols, the procedures the school are doing to make sure everything's clean and safe?
We invested our money in ventilation. Your money, and you're all taxpayers. We invested significant HVAC upgrades, and we bought industrial room air purifiers for every classroom in the building. I always joke, you could probably smoke a cigar in here and we wouldn't tell, not that we want kids or teachers smoking cigars, but we invested
in filtration's so good.
Yeah, we invested in filtration, and we're an internal building, so again, we took this one-time money, but we're going to be able to capitalize on that, and that's going to make a much healthier environment for the future wherever we go.
See, and I think that's great too, because once you start to get the kids back to something that's a little more normal, not only are they learning those building blocks that have the pillars of character that you mentioned, and those structural education blocks, but then they also have the psychological and emotional of being able to be back into a routine and around their friends, which is really important. You're doing in-person tours?
in-person tours every Monday, and we have a couple more videos right on the front page of the website, an introduction to the leadership team and what we do, as well as tour sign-ups and a virtual tour inside the building. So,
hey, that's awesome. I know a lot of different schools aren't having that in-person tour, so you get to actually come in and see the inside of Twin Peaks Charter Academy. Check out the website, sign up for a tour, and I'm sure if you have any questions, you can send that through there. Contact us on the website, and thanks everybody for watching.